Hey, we got applause.
We just want to be friends. Don't clap. Please don't make it weird. Just kidding. Jarrett, tell them where they can find us.
Yeah, welcome everybody. This is SuperiorFandom.com. This is a little show called Against the Spread where we talk exclusively about betting on the NFL. We're recording live at Crane's Bar, 8th and Spring, downtown Los Angeles.
Normally this is where we say tip Gypsy, but Gypsy's not here.
Yeah.
So tip Darren. He's amazing.
Yeah, Darren's awesome. We hope Gypsy feels better. Hopefully she'll be back next week.
So Jarrett, like we're here, we're watching the Browns and the Bengals, the Battle of Ohio. This has to be officially a football game that I would say almost no one cares about because honestly, like Ohio, come on. Now I called Ohio to talk to my grandma on Tuesday because it was her birthday, but I don't think anybody else would do that. You want to talk to everybody about Buffalo and Kansas City.
Yeah.
Why don't you give some people some unsolicited gambling advice?
Yeah, first of all, just to put it out there, we're here every Thursday, and we do this show every halftime of the Thursday night football games. Right now, we're watching Cleveland kind of tearing up Cincinnati at their house, 17-3. But next Thursday is going to be Buffalo at Miami, I believe a division game. But before they play next Thursday, Buffalo has to take on Kansas City in Buffalo. And according to some experts out there, the experts think that Buffalo is going to take this game.
Would this expert be you?
No, this is not me. This is Covers.
Okay, well, carry on.
This is like Las Vegas.
I don't give a shit about that. Neither do these people. Tell me what's going to happen.
These experts, these so-called experts, think that Buffalo is going to take this game because they think that their quarterback, Kyle Orton, leads the NFL in third down completion percentage, 73% on third down conversions, and fourth quarter passer rating. And the experts are giving the Bills this one at home against the Kansas City Chiefs. I, on the other hand, happen to differ.
Why?
Buffalo is going up against the best-ranked passing defense in the league right now in Kansas City. Kansas City is holding their teams to only the opposing teams to only 199 yards a game, and they also have 27 sacks on the season, led by Justin Houston, who was injured for a little while, who just came back, and he has 12 sacks, which not only leads the team but leads the league in sacks. I just think that Kansas City edges this one out over Buffalo.
Buffalo is also without both of their key running backs and their key receiver in Sammy Watkins, coming out of Clemson, which is probably one of the most underrated football programs in the NCAA. But, again, probably less than nobody cares about that. Here's the question I pose to the people. Many of our friends are Niner fans, and Kansas City gave Alex Smith a $68 million extension at the beginning of this year. Meanwhile, San Francisco gave Colin Kaepernick a $110 million extension, and Colin Kaepernick choked out the last couple games, and San Francisco's in real danger of losing their locker room and missing the playoffs. And I just wonder if the brain trust up north, if they had the chance to do it all over again, I wonder if they would do that and give the money to Colin Kaepernick as opposed to a guy like Alex Smith, who literally makes no mistakes ever. I think it's just an interesting situation that the Niners find themselves in. But anyway, I digress. Can we talk about the next game?
The next game I like is the Pittsburgh Steelers at the New York Jets. Now, Darren, we know you're a Pittsburgh fan, and you're a huge Ben Roethlisberger fan.
Shout out Big Ben.
Big Ben. Did you know
No, he didn't.
that Ben Roethlisberger holds the record for the most comeback wins and the most game-winning drives through the first 7 years of any player's career? Also the most sacked. Well, yeah, Pittsburgh.
Even more than Tom Brady. He's got more comeback wins than Tom Brady. I don't know if that's right or not, but I wouldn't tell that to our buddy Brian Murphy. He might get mad and try to fight you.
Tom Brady actually is the only professional quarterback that wears Uggs.
Tom Brady is the only professional quarterback who wears Uggs.
I put it to you like this. When you get to put it in, Giselle, it doesn't matter what you put on your feet.
Did you
I carry on.
Let's talk about important things. Let's talk about Ben Roethlisberger.
No, I think that was really important.
Did you know Ben Roethlisberger is also the only quarterback to reach 20 comeback wins before the age of 30?
Hey, I can't see it through the light, but I think that guy left. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Anyway, moving on.
Roethlisberger is also the first quarterback to throw 12 touchdowns in a 2-game span. He threw 6 last week and 6 the week before.
Six touchdowns 2 weeks in a row?
That's crazy.
No. 6 touchdowns.
Each game.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a
2
row.
weeks in a row.
He's the first quarterback to do that.
Darren, I'm in a wheelchair, not retarded.
He's
Leave me alone.
also the only player in NFL history to throw for over 500 yards in 2 different games. No one's ever done that. And I think for that reason, I have to give a shout out to Pittsburgh because they're fucking handling shit right now. And Ben Roethlisberger is playing extremely intelligently.
So Pittsburgh is probably they're doing really well, and I think a big part of their success also, in all seriousness, has to come down to Le'Veon Bell. Pittsburgh has been really good for a long time, and it speaks to the continuity of their organization. Le'Veon Bell is in his second year out of Michigan State. He's pushing 1,000 yards rushing, and I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to make a comparison style-wise, but I really think in Le'Veon Bell, the Steelers have their next kind of, Jerome Bettis, the guy, if you will, that they're going to give the ball to for the next, however long, and kind of be the guy. And I support it. Like they're also, they're coached by Dick LeBeau, who I think has coached football since before I've been alive. I think he's invented plays that I've never even heard of.
Yeah, as much as Roethlisberger's handling it on the offensive end, we have to give some credit to Charles Richard, a.k.a. Dick LeBeau.
Dick LeBeau, dude.
Who's their defensive coordinator.
Can I just say also, when that guy gets mad, he's the most entertaining coach to watch when he gets pissed off. The guy's 127 years old, and he gets like magenta pink every time he likes to yell at Troy Polamalu. It really makes no sense to me how this guy's even alive, much less coaching one of the top defenses in the NFL. But he does it year in and year out. And, kind of to that end, I also want to give a little credit to the AFC North, which honest to God, looks like probably the best division in the NFL this year.
Every team is over 500 right now.
You got the Browns today who went into Cincinnati on the road and are putting a hurting on the Bengals. Essentially the Bengals got booed off the field, but at the same time,
by their home crowd.
Like you can't discount AJ Green and Andy Dalton and Marvin Lewis. That's a veteran crew. Yeah. And then you got you got Baltimore with Joe Flacco and Steve Smith, who could drop a bomb on anybody at any time, and literally won the Super Bowl the year before last.
Yeah.
And then you got and then you got the Browns today who are really kicking the shit out of everybody.
You got the Browns, the Bengals, the Steelers, and the Ravens. That's a tough division.
One could make the argument. I guess one could make the argument for the. How much time do we have? One could make the argument for the NFC West with San Francisco and Seattle and Arizona, and I guess Carson Palmer's putting up numbers, and I guess, but I gotta really give some credit to the AFC North at this point.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think the AFC North is turning out to be the most, I guess, not dominant, but the one division that if I was in any other division, I would not want to face any one of these teams.
So here's the thing. We're talking about the AFC North, and I got to give a lot of props to Cleveland because they're up by 14. They got Cincinnati booed off the field. That's
by their
wonderful.
Home crowd.
And everything in football is wonderful, I guess. Josh Gordon is about to finally come back from his marijuana suspension. Who knows how that's going to affect the division. Ray Rice is, arguably going to come back from a suspension. He's in court right now. That's getting ironed out literally as we speak. Like, who knows how that shit's going to go. But,
Johnny Football's on the bench.
And speaking of which, that makes me say I want to go to Cleveland and I don't want to talk about football. Are you gonna fight me? Like
I think
I don't have a leg that you can break. if you wanted to do that, I don't have an extra one. So can I talk about basketball for a quick second?
I guess. Basically, I just wanted to end it real quick here saying that I like Kansas City at Buffalo. I think Kansas City wins that outright. And I also like Pittsburgh at the New York Jets. Like now, this Pittsburgh-New York Jets game, I kind of don't understand because Pittsburgh's only favored by 4.5. I think, and I understand that. I guess your boy Dick LeBeau there, who gets pink in the face yelling at Tro Polamalu, is not going to. He's not going to turn so pink this week because
I thought he was going to die.
Polamalu's hurt.
Well,
as well as a number of their.
If there's one thing that I know about Dick LeBeau is he's going to find somebody else to laugh at or to yell at.
So maybe
you could laugh at
maybe
me.
a pink LeBeau is part of their.
Shut up! Don't call him that.
Win streak.
That's disrespectful. This guy's like 90 fucking years old. Don't be disrespectful, Jarrett.
But I guess I can only see that Pittsburgh must not be favored by any more points because their secondaries.
Is the game going to come back on, or do I have 20 seconds to talk about LeBron James?
Oh, he wants to talk NBA right now. Jesus
So no, like.
What are you going to talk about, Golden State or Sacramento?
No, actually, I'll save that for a later time. But Golden State's a title contender. But neither here nor there. You're 4 games into the season. Leave LeBron alone. Like, seriously, just leave LeBron alone. Sure, he got eyed up yesterday by Gordon Hayward, the pride of Butler University. But that's neither here nor there.
I basically have no reason to talk about the NBA before the All-Star break because nothing really matters.
Well, that's good because the game's back on. Thanks, guys.
Right.
We're done. You could check us out at superiorfandom.com.
Take KC, take Pittsburgh.
Or you can't. Take KC, take Pittsburgh.
Those are my two for this.
Jarrett's giving you free money.
Yeah. superiorfandom.com.